stone beneath their weary feet, no sky above their heads. In the silver mist of the astral plane, where ancient power treads, the Talok stood before the lords, drifting in the gale, while the agents of the iron sword told a grim and bloody tale.
Killing is a ghost, they cried, a traitor in the clay.
But for the living, fire and rope would end this bitter day.
Interfering with the sacred hunt, dancing close to death.
Willow, the shadow of Alderone, with Oakley's blood still wet, and Gonzi, son of the deserters, a debt he'd not paid yet. Then Tanis, the weaver of lies, who sold the peace for gold, whose fingers pull the strings of spies in stories best untold. Guilty roared the Astral lords, ignoring the king's plea. Let the executioner's blade set their wretched spirits free. Then came the sound of clapping hands, a rhythm cold and sharp. The Lich Lord waft stepped from the void, playing a silent harp. A melody to freeze the soul, to stop the heart mid-beat, while the lords fell into slumber at the madman's velvet feet. Then Enu's claws ripped through the dream, a nightmare made of bone. He showed the party their own graves, and spoke to the sun alone.
Give me your soul, oh Onesie.
Let the demon be your shield.
But the warrior stood in iron faith,
And he refused to yield. From Onzie's chest the sun was born, a blinding holy white that sent the demon king screaming back into the endless night. A wave of power washed the air, a gift of blood and flame, healing the broken, waking the dead in the God of Guardians' name. The frozen clock began to tick, the jester's smile did fade, for agency had cut the bonds and returned every blade.
Tanis wove a quickened thread, a pulse of silver speed, granting Willow the wind of gods for the coming deed. Onesie spoke a word of power, a veil of empty air, turning Tanis to a ghost, unseen within the glare.
With the haste of ancient magic, Willow blurred across the mist, a storm of steel and fury that the Lich could not resist.
She swung her magic long sword, a flat and stinging blow, a slap of enchanted iron to humiliate her foe.
Waft, the deathless stood agape, too stunned to cast his spell, too shocked to weave the ancient songs or pull the souls to hell.
Ariursa spun the threads, a hex of crawling doom, turning the king of graves into a cockroach in the gloom.
Tanis trapped him in a jar, a prisoner of the glass, and cast him in the bag of holding, where the ages never pass.
The mandolin turned to gray ash, the music died away, but Tanis had a darker debt for the lords who led the way.
He bound them fast and cut their flesh, a banquet of their own, forcing the lords to eat their sins while the healing crystals shone.
3,000 coins for every head, a heavy glittering prize. Ariursa takes the gold with sorrow in her eyes.
She counts the coins, she feels the weight, but mourns the fire lost. For the meteor swarm she craved was a scroll of higher cost.
They sit within the quiet halls and will a shadow enter soft, a lord with eyes of stone, a whispered word, a secret sign, a meeting in the gloom. The light of Hayum flickers low.